Hello, my name is Mildred Towns. I'm the host and life coach of Let's Be Real About It. It's a talk show, and this show is where we can be true and we can be real about life issues. We can speak about the traumatic and devastating things that have occurred in our lives or that may be occurring right now at this present time. We will talk with people from all races, all cultures, all religions, all nationalities, because hurt, pain, devastation, and traumatic experience has the ability to affect us all. It doesn't care. It crosses boundaries. It has no respect to person. So nobody is exempt from it. So it's time that we face the truth. It's time that we be real about the truth. It's time that we face life and stop passing the buck, as it say, or the buck, as it say. It's time to stop pointing the finger. It's time to be real. It's time to be real about what's happening in your life. It's time to be real about the issues in your life, because I know you, like me, want to be delivered and want to be set free and healed. And this is your opportunity. So let's be real about life. Let's be real about what's happening in your life. Let's be real about the life situations. God bless. Hello and welcome to Let's Be Real About It, where we're real about real life issues. I'm your host, Mildred Towns. Our disclaimer is that this is a no holds barred zone. Therefore, some of the contents of the show may be offensive to some, but that is not the intent of the show. I would like to introduce my book to you, Truth, My Closet Secrets Revealed. It's about my life story. Order the book so you don't have to go through what I went through, so you don't have to experience a whole lot of the things unnecessarily that I did that you don't have to do to get to where you need to go. And order my brochure, Hear Me, A Cry from the Wound. If you in the middle of yes and no, having an abortion, please get this flyer and it will help you, a brochure, and it will help you to make your decisions. You can send me an email to iheartministries@gmail.com. And I also want to thank the sponsors of the show, Zion City of Deliverance and J&K Style Grill.
What up, y'all? It's your boy back on stage. We here at J&K Style and Grill with my main man.
J&K Style Grill, home of the original waffle burger, stuffed wings, and Philly steak egg roll.
The food was amazing, man. I'm talking about collard green stuffed chicken, mac and cheese stuffed chicken, waffle burger with the special sauce.
With the special sauce.
Come on, man. What are you doing if you ain't eating here? You're wasting your life.
Pull up.
J&K Style Grill, you can copy the style.
But never the spec.
We got it.
We got it.
For some of you that don't know, J&K Style Grill, Kelvin Dukes, that's my son. So that's why I love promoting it, so that whenever you're in the Virginia Beach area, make sure that you go by J&K Style Grill and support them. They sell over 1,000 egg rolls a week. People come from everywhere, all over the 757 to, come there to eat. So please support J&K Style Grill, Zion City of Deliverance, whenever you're in the Virginia Beach area. I just want to welcome my special guest back today for part 2, Nadine Owens. She's back again for part 2. Thank you for coming back, Nadine.
Thank you for having me.
Our topic tonight for part 2 is still blessed through the stress. And Nadine, go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
My name is Nadine Owens, and I am the CEO of Our Brother's Keeper, which is a resource center for people with different abilities. And I use the word different because we focus on the possibilities and the solutions. I also help women and women from across the broad to be the best self that they could be. Caregivers, Christian women, just women in general. And my mission is to combat the overpopulation of group homes and nursing homes. And I feel like we could do that if we give the caregivers, the parents, what they need. And if they got everything they need, they can be able to keep their loved ones at home.
I went to, you talk about empowering women. I went to one of the workshops that you had. I can't even think of the name of it right now, but it was powerful. The speaker for that day was fantastic. I can't think of her name either, but you left there empowered. You left there feeling like, okay, I can go out here and I can just conquer this world and what it is that I'm doing. And I know that you have a lot of events, and that's what this show is about for part two. Talk about some of the things that it is that you're doing. So, what are some of the things that you're doing right now to empower women? Now, I know you got something coming up with Les Brown. So if you can talk about those two things first.
Awesome. So I do events, and the people that came, one of the first events that I had the speaker, um, Miss White, and she was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And it really blew my mind. The expectation of the breakthrough. I knew it was going to be a breakthrough. Okay. But how it was that people, was crying and, they got delivered and, she went way deep. Sometimes we got to go way deep, way deep. And a lot of times, like I was saying about myself, women predominantly suffer in silence. Women don't say anything. Women don't say, they just keep right on doing. Why? They feel like I have to do it. Somebody has to do it. But I would say that you need to take care of yourself. Now, I say that I'm called to women because it's women that come to my workshop, it's women that show up, it's women that reach out, it's women that the ones that are asking for help. The men, when I talk about women, the men are the strong ones. And even though they go through things, but they're saying, listen, we're not going to go tell nobody because we're men. We're supposed to get through this thing. We all need somebody to take us to a place that we need to be. So whether it's a coach, whether it's a pastor or somebody that you need to talk to just to say what's on your mind so you can get that help. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've seen. And as we were saying on the first show, ask for help. Not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong, stable, secure, and have stamina. And I'm excited for what we are doing now. 2021, 2022. We're going out with a bang.
And what is it that you're going to be doing with Les Brown?
Okay, so with Mr. Les Brown, I will be speaking on stage with him. It's called SpeakerCon, and that will take place. We're doing it virtually. It's the 4th through the 7th. And I wish I would know. I would have sent you the link and everything, but I have put it on my social media. So if you want to watch it, be a part of it, just hear some of. Let me tell you something. I'm in awe because I'm surrounded by some deep legends. Yes. And it's my biggest dream to be on stage. I've talked to him, and wow, I'm in awe. I'm in awe, and I'm excited.
I'm in awe with you because I love Les Brown. Great motivational speaker.
Who knows?
Honey, that man can get you to the next level.
Yes.
You hear me? He can get you from here to there quickly. If you just listen and follow the pattern that he set forth or the teaching that he set forth, if you just follow what he set forth. Now, you started your own organization called Our Brother's Keeper. So talk about the meaning behind that name and how did it come about?
Okay, so good question. Our Brother's Keeper, I get all types of comments saying, oh, we can't come. Do you have to be a brother? Is it a sorority? Do you have to be Black? And I'm like, wow, I never looked at it that way. And I have to break it down and tell everybody, Our Brother's Keeper originally is supposed to be My Brother's Keeper. And my daughter came up with the name because of her brothers. So I allowed her to choose the name. And then when we couldn't get My, because My is taken, so I said, well, how about Our? Meaning that I'm looking out for everybody, not just my boys, but your sons, your daughters, your grandchildren. We're looking out for everybody.
So I know that I have seen some of the work that you have done, with our brother keepers. Now y'all have walks sometime that y'all get out sometime and y'all do walks.
Well, listen, you're speaking into existence because that's like an exercising program that I've been trying to format. Okay. I exercise with my boys. So that's some type of movement that I encourage them to do. Now, my youngest son, let me tell you something. He done lost like 25 pounds. And he had this man 7 months, nonstop, healthy regimen. If he see me at some time, let me tell y'all something. I normally eat healthy, but it's that 80-20 rule, okay? So if he see me, Mama gonna have a little bit. I think I had some French fries. He said, fries are fat, Mom. I'm like, God, yeah. I said, listen, so I'm just eating a little bit. He said, no, a little bit turned into a lot. So I said, well, I can't even do nothing around him, but I love it because it's like, he don't care. No, it's no cheat day. You can't say, okay, it's Thanksgiving or it's Christmas. He's on that regiment. And I say, okay, son. So when he said that, I said what I had to say. And I said, okay. You are so right. I said, but I don't eat it. I said, but sometimes it's like, you can have a little treat. He said, mm-mm. He said, nope. So I said, okay. I said, but your way of thinking is not like everybody else's, even though they're on a healthy regimen. But, sometimes they can have a day that they're actually just eating something ordinarily they wouldn't eat. So I do that with my boys.
So he said he's not hearing that, Mama.
He said he hearing it. And I was like, you're going it. He done convicted me. I was hungry too. And I'm like, and he said, no, it's fat, Mom. It turns into fat. And all I'm getting back is everything I tell them,
Mm-hmm. But hey, open up.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
No, I was saying I'm human. So if I wanted to, okay, well, let me have some because I don't really eat like that. That's what I do. But he's saying, no, if you in it, you in it. So I'm like, man, you're right.
He's right. If you're in it, you be in it. If you're not, just get out. If you're not going to be sincere, just get out. And so you opened up a resource center. So talk about the resource center that you opened up.
Okay, so I opened up the resource center and I have people with different abilities. Now I have a bigger space and I have an art program and I also have health and wellness. So we talk a lot about health and wellness, what to eat, what not to eat, what is their goal for weight if someone wants to maybe lose 10 pounds within 2 months. And I say, let's be real. Let's be realistic. Let's be real about it, right?
Let's be real about
Let's be real about it. Let's don't think that you're going to be able to do this overnight within a week or two. We want you to lose weight gradually and healthy. Okay? And incorporate exercise, water, sleep, all that plays a part of it. Making sure, everything is moving inside of you. All of that plays a part. And I normally talk about that. Also, here we do the events to empower women to be sustainable. We empower women to give them hope, to let them know you can make it. And see, my story, I tell my story and they say, no way. So I said, well, how I supposed to look? You know how you heal. You don't look like what you've been through. I get that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, to glory be to God. But I'm not saying that I still don't go through. But I just learned how to move with ease. I mean, problems going to come. Problems going to come, setback situation. That's a life. Mm-hmm. How you deal with it. And you know what, Mildred? God then carried me through a lot of situations. We ain't got enough time, not even through this year. I'm telling you what he has done. And if he did it for me, I tell him he'll do it for you. He had no respect of person. So
No respect for person.
no respect of person. I tell him what you see is what you get.
So you have a book that's going to be released. Talk about your books that you got coming out.
Absolutely. My book should be out very soon. I'm excited because it's still standing. Still standing. It talks about my life, my hardship, my grief, my breakdown, my breaking point of what I went through, what I grew through, what I learned, and what I'm passing on. You see, you learn, you earn, and you pass it on. I'm passing on hope. I'm passing on possibilities. I'm passing on that you can make it. And the books talks about my boys, my girls. It talks about what I went through in my marriage. It talks about I give steps on what you can do to live your best life. Things that I do as of today. I still do it. So you have to put in the work. It ain't easy. If you think that you're just going to sit around and twirl your fingers or whatever, you have to make up your mind. First of all, decision. And then you got to take action.
Wow. I can't wait till this book come out to get it and to read it. So you have your own talk show. So talk about that.
Yeah, still standing. Still standing. I basically interview people who have been through a lot, hardship, pain, disappointments, but they're still standing. They're still thriving. They're still moving on, and they didn't let that stop them. See, a lot of times when we go through things, people are very quickly to want to throw in the towel. It's too hard. I can't deal with this. That's how I pretty much was with myself. I kept saying, this is just too much. This is too much because it got to be sometimes. I got to be happy sometimes, but it just seemed like every day I'm going through something. But it's okay. I just learned how to deal with it. I learned how to have an attitude with gratitude. When you said that when I see you, you smiling, guess what? You're gonna see me smiling. Because even if I just went through something, I'm still thankful. Okay. And many people, that's why you got to watch who you tell what you're going through too. Okay. What you're doing, your dreams, your goals. There are dream killers out here. And most of the people you tell things to, 80%, they just think God ain't them. Okay. All right. So it's like I've learned a lot. So I put my trust not in man. I've done that, Mildred. I've done that. I told people some sacred secrets. I've shared some information that I thought that was be kept between, us or what so. But what they do, let me tell you something. You can tell who is for you. Let them get mad at you. Let them get mad at you. Then they want to air everything, right? But they ain't airing it. I'm saying the next person or the other person or the previous person, what they did for them. Yeah. So I've just learned how to move. God said, I called you from among. Meaning that Nadine, use your own unique talent. And that's what I'm doing. Sometimes we feel like we got to be connected to people in order to help us get to that level. But we do just the right people. Just the right people.
Just the right people.
Just the right people.
To get to that next place. And for those of you that don't know, Nadine, one day she was laying across her bed and she woke up. She said, God told me to call you to get you your own show going. So, she's part of because this has been so much my heart's desire.
Yes.
And for God to speak to her, my heart's desire, and to call me and say, God said, do this. And, so I'm grateful to you. Woman of God, grateful to you. for the encouragement to get on here to do this. And it can't even be even explained. So I just want you to know that I'm grateful to you. And in these last minutes left, before we have to go, I want you to just talk to the people out here, because somebody out here may be going through something right now, and they don't know how to cope with life, and how to cope with the stress of life, and the complications of life. Somebody may be feel like throwing in the towel right now, and don't see no way out. Voices in the head may be speaking to them to do crazy stuff. So I want you to talk to the people right now about what God may have.
What I would say to you, Queen, what I would say to you, King, is get help. Don't suffer in silence, because it's going to be detrimental. And you, especially if you don't have the mindset and you're not strong in certain areas, and you feel your way, you feel there's no way, you feel like everything is deteriorating. You can't sleep. You have anxiety. You're dealing with depression. Get some help. Now, I don't advise men or women. That's on you, because some people may have to take something. I don't get into that. I say, you have to pray about it. But one thing I can say is, whatever you need to get you back to the place. See, a lot of people, like I was telling you, Mildred, a lot of people feel like they are embarrassed because they have to go see a doctor. They have to see a psychiatrist. Per se, but don't be embarrassed, because this is your life. And to the caregivers, if you don't take care of yourself, what will your loved ones be? Oh, that hit me hard. Mm-hmm. That's what got me when I got real sick. And I'm going to tell y'all something. My son, Tevin, he's the apple of my eye. Tevin is 26 years old. He don't bother nobody. He just eats you out of house and home. And what he do is kind of like point his fingers like this. So one day, I never forget it. I got so sick and I got tired. But you know what motivated me? I said, who's going to take care of Tevin? Now, I got other kids. And when I tell them this story, or they hear the story, I tell them, listen, I love all of y'all. But it was Tevin that pretty much I say, because can't nobody do Tevin like the way I do. Can't nobody understand him. He's complicated. And my prayer was, God, allow me to keep my kids at home. Was it easy? No. Did he do it? Yes. So I became determined. I can't go down like this. I got to make some changes, whatever it took. Now, for myself, I did have to go on a medication, because I read the word of God. God is my strength. I prayed constantly. But another thing I did, I started watching what I eat and also what was eating me. Because when you holding on to some type of grudge, or you holding on to some type of hurt and unforgiveness, that can damage you. That's what I was going through. So when I started putting healthy stuff in my body, because the things that I was doing for my sons, I went to the top specialists, I went to the seminars, I reached out to doctors, I had people that knew other people. But it was taking a toll on me. But I remember what I did for my boys when I was at that breaking point. So I started taking the supplements. I started detoxing. I started doing everything I did for my boys. I did it on myself. You see, God was showing me, and I help people. How can I get this way? You can ask my family members. They call me the doctor of the family. But I know that Nadine has to take care of Nadine. I can't get no day off. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that I'm doing. And just like you cannot take a day off. You have to take care of yourself. It's necessary for you to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, just a powerful message. You have to take care of yourself, because you were saying even about your sons, that it's, vitamins and water and stuff like that you had to get in them. So, and then just for you to take that within your own self, God got a way. That's what the Bible says. All things work together for the good of them who love God and called according to his purpose. When you called according to his purpose, things going to work out.
Come on.
We may not see it at the moment, but we better believe that it's going to work out for the good. And Nadine, thank you so much for coming back for part 2. Thank you for showing up for part 1. I tell you, it has been a blessing on top of a blessing on top of a blessing. So tell everybody how they can get in contact with you.
Awesome. First of all, I would like to thank you, Mildred, for inviting me. It's been a pleasure. And I just love you. I've seen you grow. I love the show. So, yeah, the best is yet to come. But how you can get in contact with me is you can email me at ourbrotherskeeper24@gmail.com, or you can go to the website www.ourbrotherskeeper.org. You can give me a phone call 757-351-1310.
Thank you. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I Heard Ministry, Saturday 4.22 Guest Towns. I would love to hear from you. Please email me, let me know. I Heard Ministries at gmail.com to let me know if the show has been a blessing to you. And I just want to thank all those that watch the show nationally and internationally. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And until next week, let the peace of God reign, rule, and abide in your hearts. I'm Mildred Towns. Thank you for watching.